Welcome to another episode of Brew Drink Run TV. My name is Lee.
And this is Keith.
And today, we're drinking Dark Lord.
Just a regular old day, drinking Dark Lord.
Keith, Dark Lord from Floyds Brewing. This is a special release beer for them.
It is.
You know, we're down in Georgia. How did you get a bottle of Dark Lord?
Well, I did a trade with our friend Joe Long from Empty Growler, and he traded me a bottle of this for a bottle of Hunapoos, which we brought back last year. So this is actually the 2012 version of this beer. It's aged almost a year. So I've been sitting on it for a special occasion. We are actually here, we're in Georgia, but we're actually visiting in South Carolina on some family property and having a little beer retreat weekend. And we're trying lots of good, rare, interesting things, and we figured what better thing to film us drinking than Dark Lord.
And Dark Lord's one of those beers that that has a great reputation, in part probably because of its rarity, because of how hard it is to get it, and is often put in the same sentence as a beer like Hunapoos. It has its own special release day. A lot of people travel to get this beer, and it has good trade collateral.
Absolutely. It is rare, it's hard to get. You have to buy tickets to get into the event to get this beer, so it does take some effort to get it. And we'll preface before we drink that neither one of us has sipped a bit of this, so we are having this literally for the first time in front of you. So cheers.
Cheers. The smell in this, I'm getting like a lot of cola, some grape in it as well, just in the overall aroma.
Wow, it's very sweet. This is an extremely sweet stout.
Wow. Yeah, I like this.
I like this too.
You know, I think that you know, my general preference toward beers, tend to go on the sweeter side anyway, and in this there's just a lot of sugar up front.
Very, very sugary, very sweet. Some of the cola you talked about comes through. I'm going to say more cherry, molasses. Very, very molassesy flavor. Mouthfeel isn't as thick as I thought it would be from coming out of the bottle and just what it is, but the alcohol really isn't that strong on it as well.
No real carbonation to it. I mean, just a tiny bit on the back, but there are no bubbles really in the mouthfeel influencing that at all. It's a very smooth, at a year, very well, put together beer. You're not picking out these individual parts. It's going to be hard. They've all kind of gone together to make this new thing.
This is really incredible. I mean, I can see why so many people want this, and they really want this, and they want to get their hands on it, and they go get it every year, and they try and get those tickets and get those bottles while they're searching out the variants and all the other different ways that they do this, which are even harder to find. I can also see why so many people don't like this.
Exactly.
Because this is one of the sweeter stouts I think I've ever had. Quite frankly, it's very, very sweet. Yeah,
I've got to say the sweetness would be the one thing I can see putting some people off. But it's not a saccharine or a sickly sweetness at all. It's a very, it tastes much more like a, an unprocessed sweetness. There's not too much. It's not an artificial taste.
No, it's almost a cane sugar.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very sweet, but it is balanced with just enough kind of burnt roasty malts, really dark burnt malts. They're just hidden well under all that sweetness, but it's there. You get it towards the back end.
And this is a beautiful beer, and the viscosity in the glass really kind of belies the mouthfeel. It's not a thick beer at all, and you're able to, when you move it around in the glass, you're able to kind of see through it a little bit. You do get that cola caramel dark color to it.
Yeah, it's not a pitch black viscous beer like you would think of when maybe you have oldest viscosity from port or something. Hunapoos is another one that is a jet black, super black color. This one, you can hold it up to the light, you can get a little bit of that redness, little bit of caramel color around the edges, so it's not a jet black.
It looks great. A little bit of lacing as you pull it around. The lacing kind of does a little honeycomb effect, which is really nice, but not a lot to cling to because it's not meant to stick around the glass. It's meant to go right down your throat.
Yeah, this is incredible. This is really an incredible beer.
Excellent. So we're glad to taste Dark Lord from Floyds. Glad to share it with you.
Sure.
Cheers.
Cheers.